so I'm back again with another video about the bike. This time it's going to be after a month with the bike, and it's been, or at least a little bit over a month. That's how long I've had it. So I just wanted to discuss a few things about the bikes after having it for about a month now, and maybe some tips. So the first thing I want to discuss. Okay, first, the bike is still running great after a month. So far, no major problems. No security issues either. As you can see, I have a chain here and a small cable. I'm just gonna call it cable. Anyway, so the only thing I wanted to say about this bike that I didn't mention before in my other videos is that the bike is pretty heavy. After when I bought the bike and I put it together, I didn't realize I put it on the bike rack on the bus, and it is heavy than I thought it was. I mean, maybe not for some guys, I guess, if you got some muscles, but for me, it is actually kind of heavy. It's not too heavy. It's kind of like going to the gym and you're going through all the weights and you get to that weight that's actually kind of straining you a little bit. This is what that feels like, at least for me. But it's just, it's just like, oh, get up on the bike. A few things also I kind of am noticing also. At least let's go stay on the topic of putting this on the bus. A few bus drivers have told me something about like them reading some sort of rule about having a motorbike or battery operated bike or something like that. I had a bus driver who was really like, I don't know, he had a bad mood or something, and he's told me like, oh, we can't put an electric bike on the bus. I'm like, it's not on the bus, it's on the front of the bus, it's not going inside the bus. Like, that's still on the bus. And I'm like, what? It was just like, what is your deal, man? So I thought it was a load of bull till the next bus driver told me in a nicer way that, yeah, we're supposed to just don't tell us that it's a electric bike or something like that. So far, not everybody has been giving me a huge issue about that. Just something to look out for, and maybe you might want to look into. It's like, is it an issue for an electric bike to be on the front of the bus? And if it is, I mean, all you have to do is really just take the battery out. Or just like tell them the battery's out. It's really nothing. I don't know why there's a rule like that. Maybe to think this could be a bomb or something. I don't know. Let's not talk about bombs. But anyway, but yeah. So I don't know if I discussed before. I probably put a picture up somewhere later in this video of like the bike pedal. So the bike pedal during my first month of riding the bike. So the bolts. It is very important with this bike that you tighten all the bolts, like real as tight as you can, because I didn't know that when I got the bike, and I couldn't really read the instructions anyway. So when I put this on, I kind of like twisted on instead of using a screwdriver. I was like, oh, it's fine. Like, so same thing with this, like the screw here, I twisted on, and I thought I was going to stay stable. One of the screws fell out. I got another screw and definitely tightened that in. This is another example right here. This screw came off. I went and bought another screw. And it's very important to tighten the bolts as tight as you can. And that's the thing. So the thing I want to talk about the bike pedal. So it actually tore off the bike arm here. And I thought I was going to be screwed. And they said it was going to be like $30 to replace this arm crank here. Or probably even more to replace the whole thing since it's an electric bike. But fortunately he was able to really get in there and tighten it as far as you can, because it didn't strap the entire, I don't know the proper words for it, but it strapped. It's just it wasn't all the way strapped through the whole arm, so I was able to tighten it all the way to where the parts that were okay, and so far no problems. This happened while I was standing on the bike, right? Like I was standing on it instead of sitting down. I was standing on the bike pedal, and all of a sudden it fell onto the ground. I was like, oh crap, and I thought the bike was going to be screwed after it hasn't even been a month of me having it. Same thing. The only thing, I don't know if I need to go and see if there's a way to tighten this flashlight. This thing moves around a lot and it never stays stable for me. That's the only problem. But as for anything else, I mean, it's heavy. Tighten the screws. That's the only problems or only issues. Still a really good bike so far after having it for a month. I mean, that's still pretty good for the price I bought it. I guess for security tips, you might want to get at least 2 things for it. I looked up videos on maybe what types of security I have to get for this bike. This bike gets a lot of attention. Let me tell you right now, like, it gets a lot. People always ask me. I live over here in LA, and there's people bikes everywhere, but not a lot of foldable electric bikes in the area. So I would really suggest you getting some sort of security for it. That's why I got this chain from Lowe's. Got this like kind of storage lock, and it's hardly can fit these chains. But I'm like, yeah, I want this. This is a beast. This is what I want. And then I got this is what I got at first, and then I was like, maybe I need a little bit more security than that, the cable. But what I use this for now when I put it up on the bike, and this is a little tip, a little security tip when putting your bike on the bike rack on the bus, maybe use this cable to tie the frame, so that way if somebody tries to take your bike and take off with it, they'll end up falling up on their face because the back wheel won't move. So it'll be funny to see if you're able to tape that. But just lock the frame. That's what I do whenever as soon as I put my bike on the frame, I take this cable, wrap it around the frame, lock it around this loop, and then it's settled, and I don't have to worry about it. And at least if I do worry about it, it'll be something funny to look at when I get up and try and chase the guy on my bike. But alright, so I think that I covered everything. If I didn't, I'll probably be back in the next cut. But I think I covered everything. I mean, I'm trying to think. It's heavy, it's pretty fast. Yeah, I think that's everything. The light is pretty bright. At night, you can't really see it. Right now, it's not that dark, but it's really good. As far as being water resistant, I have not been able to test that out, and I don't think I want to. I think, I want to keep this out of the rain. This bike is pretty expensive, even though it is cheaper than most electric bikes. Still pretty expensive for me, being a college student. But yeah, I think that's everything. So, seat's still fine. I remember there being reviews about the seat breaking after the first chance they use. I don't know what the heck you were doing on the seat if you break it already, but so far it's still working fine for me. I've gotten used to it, and power still works. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope this was helpful. And also post your own reviews if you buy the bike, and post your own reviews on how you like the bike. And I've seen people in my videos talk about how they had like 4 of these, and just tell me what you think about this bike if you do buy it. And if you guys don't mind offering some support to my other channel, it's a gaming channel. This channel is just like what I use to post videos like this, like videos that don't have any information. So I just post one myself because there wasn't any open box reviews, and now there is another one like after maybe a month or two after I did my own review, and I was like, oh, okay, well, there you go. But I'm glad I put mine up anyway. So if you guys don't mind supporting my other channel, be very helpful. It'll be a link in the description when I post this video. K card, that's there. My name's Karma on there. So but I do hope you guys I do hope this helped you guys, and I hope to see you in my streams and in my YouTube videos. Okay, alrighty, thank you, have a nice day. All right, ready? Yeah. Red light. Red light. Green light.
I gotta move. Oh shit,
why are you stopping? I should be shooting, but I dropped my controller. I
won! I
dropped my controller because you guys all stopped. Why did you guys all stop? So I'm back again with another video about the bike. It's this time it's going to be after a month with the bike, and it's been, or at least a little bit over the month. That's how long I've had it. So I just wanted to discuss a few things about the bikes after having it for about a month now, and maybe some tips. So the first thing I want to discuss. Okay, first, the bike is still running great after a month. So far, no major problems. No security issues either. As you can see, I have a chain here and a small cable. I'm just gonna call it cable. Anyway, so the only thing I wanted to say about this bike that I didn't mention before in my other videos is that the bike is pretty heavy. After when I bought the bike and I put it together, I didn't realize I put it on the bike rack on the bus.